For you is that if whatever he's doing it on a good faith. Even if he didn't repeat it, his kids will repeat. Because every damn thing that he has done today, he will definitely.
This is coming from somebody who has stopped demanding justice for her husband. Let's assume that it was the nurse that injected Mohbad to death. Are you telling me? I don't know. That is the nurse that they've charged to court. Àwọn people you call ní orí wa bí ọ̀dẹ̀ ni. Àti bàbá Mohbad àti ìyá Mohbad àtàdúrà àti Dàróṣà àti Wunmi o. Ṣé tó bá yẹ pé nọ́ọ̀sì yẹn ló gún Mohbad pa? Ṣé charges tó máa fún ni ẹni tó pọkọ ẹ̀? And you are silent about it. Ẹ rí pé wọn ò kí ẹ̀. You understand? Ẹ wo charges, ẹ wo court trial àwọn ṣe pẹ̀lú nurse. Tó bá jẹ́ pé nurse yẹn, according to the story, number one, she's a quack. She's not allowed to do what she did. She messed up with Mohbad's life. And at the end of the day, she's just too unprofessional. At the end of it, ẹ jẹ́ ká wá wò ṣe rí gbogbo wọn ní court tó ti try nurse yẹn. So the question is, how many of them are seeking justice? So why are they not even petitioning and asking? So pé nọ́ọ̀sì lẹ lọ fún ní nọ́ọ̀sì lẹ fún ní misdemeanor negligence lásán. They are not charging, they are not protesting. Now why would the nurse be giving small charges? Look at the why? What is that? And what did you apply? Tell them to inject. Because even as we speak now, let's act as if we are like them. The toxicology test of the government and the family did not even explain to us whether the nurse poisoned Mohbad or not. So at the end of the day, how are they sure? So then the question is, why are they not fighting? Why are they not continue to seek justice? Because they are not seeking justice. Oh, more we fake. Nurse is just a four person. Am I going
because he didn't say, I didn't do any, when he wanted to, do you know what happened? The first live video that this guy did was arrest Wunmi now.
And I'm still maintaining it. They will still arrest you, Wunmi. You would have to be questioned. There are too many things that are evolving around Wunmi's head. In a sane country where there are honest police and honest justice system, she will be arrested and she will be properly questioned. Too many lacunas. And I'm not still backing down on that. You will still be arrested. I've been moving that you will be arrested by the special grace of God. Because justice must be served. You would have to be investigated properly. They will arrest you, that you will speak your mind, everything. We want to know that shot from the WhatsApp and TikTok. And the video. You said you were fighting, you're not fighting Mohbad, you were fighting Zomo. Zomo came out and said, no, it wasn't me that you were fighting. It was Mohbad that you were fighting. We want to know the truth. And you have to be arrested to speak your truth. And then you said 3 people came out. 3 people came out of the house. 3 a.m. Past 3 a.m. to go and bring pharmacy to the house. Loru. Pharmacy wo leni. Pharmacy temo pe ni. Loru. Ó tún wá di ọ̀sán níjọ́ kejì. Ẹ ṣe tún wá ń dúró de nurse for that little hand. So you know you want them to go. So the question is, when they went out ní 3 a.m., ṣé pharmacy yẹn wá lóru yẹn? Now, if you ask them to go and look for a pharmacy 3 a.m., that means you people know a particular pharmacy they wanted to go and bring, or they want to go and even engage the service. So the question we want to know is, did the pharmacy come that midnight to treat Mohbad? If the pharmacy did not come that midnight, in daytime, did you people go back to the same pharmacy to say, come and treat Mohbad? If the pharmacy did not come in daytime, throughout on the 11th, you didn't get the pharmacy. So on the 12th again, early in the morning, you didn't go look for the pharmacy. You are waiting for a nurse that is coming from Cotonou. About the shetan, set of criminals and more. You will pay for the crime you are commit. That was how I insult me. I want to hear one on TikTok. You don't sorrow me. I want to believe for maybe. I'm 24, 25 years.
I got to know him. Like that was how I got to know him. I really did not even know him like that. The first interview he did was against Wunmi. Now, what did I do to you? Why would you just come to me to just attack me like that? And,
I did not even know. To just start. Tí gbogbo yín bọ̀ tí gbogbo yín jókòó tó gún ẹ̀ ó bá wa ń di orúkọ ni kò ní rí mi kó bá yẹ kó kò tí kù tó bá ma fi rí mi ó máa tẹ̀ àbí kó káwọ́ sókè ìyàwó àṣà tó ló mọ̀ pé wọ́n ta lórúkọ dé iṣẹ́ léèyàn máa ṣe òun ò dẹ̀ ní sọ pé òun ò mọ àwa tó ta ni irú wọ ẹgbọ́rú pàǹtí ẹ̀wà yìí kó náà ò mọ irú èmi mi ti rántí àti fèsì last time gbogbo yẹn ò lè jẹ irú èmi kí ni tèmi pé gbogbo ẹ̀ ló fẹ́ mọ̀ mí ní Jésù gan tó ti pẹ́ tó sọ pé òun ni gbogbo wa ń sìn àṣìmọ́ra tó wà ní who is Jesus Christ Jésù lóhun ò ní padà wá ọ̀hún títí gbogbo aráyé bá gbọ́ ẹni tó ń jẹ́ Jésù tọ́lẹ̀ gbọ́ so that means gbogbo èèyàn tí gbọ́ ni Jésù ò ṣe ti padà so ẹ wo orú rọ́dọ̀rọ̀dọ̀ yìí.
As an educated person, just because a lot of people have been taking chances online, then she was like, oh, this girl, that was the first interview, that first live video that he did on Instagram. That was I got to search him, and no, he has even blocked me.
That is not even the first. That is not the first. This girl is just a pathetic and pathological liar. As at the 5th day that Mohbad was buried, the 5th day, my NGO had written openly and written to the governor of Lagos State that it should be the lead investigation and Mohbad should be exhumed. The 5th day, go back to my page on Instagram and go and see the enormous engagement on that day. On the 5th day, Mohbad, the body justice Mohbad, and my NGO perhaps is the first NGO to write to the government to say they should exhume the body. Or they were just coming in almost at that time. Even woman tẹnu pọ̀ ìyá Bukky àbí kí lórúkọ ẹ̀ ó ti fi búyà bó òjò yẹn rí àwọn Yomi Fabiyi ló bẹ̀rẹ̀ justice for Mohbad kò tó hijack orin dòwe because of notoriety àfẹ́mí nínú wọn ṣe rí abẹ́ ẹni tí ò mọ̀ ṣe mọ́. But the fact remains that saying that this is the first interview, forgetting that I have gone to grant interview pẹ̀lú TVC nípa ọ̀rọ̀ DNA nígbà yẹn mi ti sọ̀rọ̀ pé ààrẹ ọ̀rọ̀ DNA mo ti sọ̀rọ̀ pa Google it, you see it on TVC, on Punch newspaper, you see nígbà yẹn 2023 àbí early 24 wáyé.
I don't even know him because I barely watch all those Yoruba movie. That was how I got to know him. So that's like he has even.
Ọbẹ̀ ṣe ń dín kàkàrà tẹ́lẹ̀ ń jó tó ń jó belebele so egun movie ló ń wò tó wà wò Yorùbá movie.
Attacked me even before before getting really involved in this case. And so what do I want to do? I should go and meet him. Why? When all you do is to attack, and you have your own kids too. So he's talking about Kilomankwe. What is it called? Like should be Omo Yoruba gongon on Yomi Fabiyi, Yomi Fabiyi is Omo Yoruba now. Somebody that was I did this live video even before Liam clocked a year old. One of the Mohbad supporters said, "To buy petrol, my lawyer Mohbad Liam yo ko ni pe omo ju ko to ma fi for sure to ma fi ku." As a mother, I don't compare, and then I was still in pains and all of that. Right now, there was not any one of them want to do that. Like I have healed, and I really do not give two fucks about whatever they are doing to me online anymore, because they cannot kill me. Never. Liam will not be an orphan. That is one thing that I promised myself. And that guy said that guy. Like few months after my husband's demise. Then I had an outburst on Instagram. I went on live. I was screaming. I said, Liam Oniku, Iku to Eki Liam Ku, Oni Baba is Baku. She remember your man, Yomi Fabiyi, Yomi Fabiyi, if it's not, if it's not, be hypocrite. What does that mean? Ṣé tí èèyàn bá kú ṣé èèyàn sọ pé ikú tó ẹ̀kí kú ní ìyá mi ti kọ́ àbíkan. Kọ́sílẹ̀ fún Liam Oniku ọmọdún kan, and I mú dẹ̀ bọ́tà mú dẹ̀ parí wípé ọmọ tèmi ò ní kú. Liam Oniku.
And this is not even a statement of fact. This was not the cause of the argument in top play where she was trying to imply that those that wanted to take Mohbad's life and Liam's life, that instead of taking Liam's life, Mohbad had already sacrificed himself. That was what she was implying. What he changed and be. I
don't care. She keeps doing this thing. Nothing else. I mean, I'm not popular. I don't know people. I feel somebody people control Sonny Pani, but she really near the corner. Now that's one, just that I feel. He's saying, now you don't text me again. Let him keep doing his thing. Everything that he's doing to me, he's doing that he has done to me. He has done to my, that not even me. Me, I am old enough to handle myself. That innocent baby. I feel my suffering. To buy that be a mobuku ni ko. To buy that be a mobuku ni ko. I want to feel mobuku from ni ya ni jewo tomo. Because all their kids have to feel the same pain Liam feels. All of their kids. Is that saying kiniko? No, don't text him. You text him. It will be as if, oh, maybe I had something. Let him keep doing his thing. Because we should be because somebody told me that you knew him. I was like, really? You knew Yomi Fabiyi? You knew somebody like that, and he was still out there pushing me and doing all of those things without you even trying to call him. Like, do you understand? If Julie is sick about the real justice, he never called me. He just went out there to start attacking me. Arrest me now. Did you call me? There was nobody that called me with a genuine fear. I did explain every damn thing that happened to. I literally explained every damn thing. They said only pay Mojo Asha White. Do I even know what it is called? It was a white cloth and a Bible. That Asha White, I have like money allow me till now.
I've only white clothes. I've white clothes and a Bible.
Also allow me when until now. It was even later I got to ask my mom, what was even Nigeria? What does that thing mean?
So what does that thing mean? So you went to throw white cloth and Bible. It was later I asked my mom, what does that thing mean? Then who gave it to you? What is the significance? Irọ́ burúkú ti bá yé ọmọ ìjẹ́. Àwọn akọ irọ́.
And all of us saw him like Asher and like I had this with me so that I can always use to remind him. Like one year they can cut it into two. I have one too, and I give. I don't even know. It was Asher White and Bible, but that day they put it so early, they were unable to get the Bible. I don't think
only white and the Bible. Only they came to the Bible for Sibe. Clear to my shame parobio. Because there was no Bible. She said she threw white lion and white cloth and the Bible. Now she said, "Abeg Boben." O tún ní nítorí pé wọ́n pẹ́ kọ́ tó ń Bible dé ló ń ṣe ju aṣọ nìkan lọ. Aṣọ nìkan ló wá ń dárìn.
I don't even know what it was called until later. She immediately gave me a mentally stable. As a one
okay, let me take you back.
Ride that totally Asher in like Nigeria. So now it was even later I got to ask my mom, was even Nigeria. What does that thing mean? And all of us saw him like Asher and like I had this with me so that I can always use to remind him. Like one year they can cut it into two. I have one too, and I give. I don't even know. It was Asher White and Bible, but that day they put it so early, they were unable to get the Bible.
They were unable to get the Bible. Can you hear that now? Akitude, did you hear that? I should take it back again. Did you pick that, or I should take it back again? Which yes to what? I asked two questions. Did you copy, or you want me to rewind again? You now pick it. Okay, go on.
Yeah, I don't even know what it was called until later. She immediately gave me a mentally stable. As a one ride that totally.
Oh no, we're mentally stable. Is it not the same person that was tweeting? She was tweeting, calling him niggas, saying, giving accounts. Suddenly, she's no longer mentally stable. But go to your coco. Why was her face swollen? They are not ready to explain to us that there was a terrible domestic violence that happened. You don't have to go further. Now another revelation, another key revelation.
Rider banned me at Darosha Lobatan 3 a.m. They wanted to go to the pharmacy to get the pharmacy to come to the house.
Rider, DJ Bami, and Darosha went out 3 a.m. She confirmed they went out 3 a.m. because it cannot be turned to a lie again, because the driver cannot but speak his own truth. I waited in front of the house. 3 men rushed out. Now, let's be honest with ourselves. Nigerian police, Lagos State Police Command, you can all see that this particular lady and whoever has been protecting her, they just want to make a mess of this lovely institution. And they just want Nigerian public to continue to lose faith. And they thought that the few people that are in this part of case, they thought by the time they allowed this to happen, their own children will escape it. You are contributing to the negativity and backwardness of this country. Now, she must have said this in the initial investigation. That kind of a person is meant to be detained. Hold on. 3 people went out 3 a.m. because Mohbad was what? Kilo Shelesi. Sure, why you because if it was Emabo, now let's get it straight. Let me analyze it so that you can understand. If they left Ikorodu that day on the 10th and they got home, few hours after, naturally, if that hand will be bleeding, it would have been bleeding from Ikorodu. And for that reason, they probably would have branched at any hospital or chemist or pharmacist or whatever. And if that little hand would be the reason why 3 men after 3 a.m. the driver said they fought in the car, but there is no space to fight to an extreme violence. The driver said when we got home around past 2, they were going into the house. I warned both of them, and I told the wife, I told Wunmi, do not continue this fight. It's dangerous. Tone down. And then Wunmi now confirmed that 3 men, they were not reacting to whatever happened to Mohbad because there is no way. All of them, they went into the house, nothing, absolutely. That means nothing happened to Mohbad. No need for emergency. No need, because whatever it is, pharmacy must have been the same thing that Wale. And if they could go inside with that kind of owonikon, certainly it means they were hale and healthy, because the guy never said Mohbad was weak or he was bleeding. No, he said, don't go and continue the fight inside. He did not see more than that. And then now look at Adura's shot. Wunmi pushed Mohbad, he hit the head on the floor. And then now he sat that. And then look at, now she confirmed 3 guys, Darosha, DJ Bami, and 1 rider, they rushed out of the house to go and look for a pharmacy. Hey Joe, if there is no serious emergency, why would they rush out 3 a.m. on the 10th as an early hours of 11th to go and look for a pharmacy? Now, another puzzle is this. When they rushed out, did they come with a pharmacist? And if they did not come back with a pharmacist, what the thing that made them to rush out to look for a pharmacist, certainly that is a clear case of emergency. Now, if the question is this, the Lagos State Police Command did not tell us. Did Wunmi confirm to you that they came back with pharmacists? Was Mohbad treated then? So who treated Mohbad? So if Mohbad was treated, so what did the nurse come and do again? And if Mohbad was not treated, why was he not taken to the hospital until on the 12th? Because whatever would have made 3 men to be looking for pharmacists in the middle of the night, you would expect that if they don't see a pharmacist, for you to know the time Mohbad had already passed. If now the question that we want to know, why women needs to be brought in for serious questioning, and those people, if Mohbad was needing a pharmacist 3 a.m. on the 11th, 3 a.m. that means few hours from on the 10th, few hours, like 3 hours after they left the show. After they left the show, the driver said Wunmi and Mohbad were fighting, and Wunmi even strangulated him. And Wunmi wanted to drop on the road. They compared, let's go, and then they went into the house, and then while they were going, he said, don't continue. Now, if they went out 3 a.m., if Darosha spending DJ Bami and Ryder, when they go out, then you leave Chrono. Effect both Toro. Oh, really? I shall very go type Shani. When they go out that 3 a.m., because Mohbad needs medical attention, at least they cannot lie again that the 3 men that went out, they went out because Mohbad needed medical attention. Now, the question and the gray area is this: did Darosha, the Jebami, and the rider, did they come with a medical personnel? Did they come back with a pharmacist? If they did not come back with a pharmacist, when they break, did Mohbad stop needing that treatment? Or suddenly, that thing that required treatment stopped immediately? Early morning of 11th, 7 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning, if by 3 a.m., they want Mohbad to get medical assistance. The question ìbéèrè táwa fẹ́ béèrè tó yẹ kí bàbá Mohbad àti ìyá Mohbad máa béèrè lọ́wọ́ Wunmi àtàdúrà ni pé nígbà tí wọ́n wá jáde lágo 3 òru tó fẹ́ lọ wá pharmacist wá pé nítorí Mohbad need treatment, ṣé ẹ wá rí pharmacist yẹn gbé wá sọ́rí gbé wọlé padà? Did the pharmacist treat Mohbad? Did they find a pharmacist or a chemist to come and treat Mohbad, or a nurse? If it is yes, the question now is this: why do you now ask the nurse to come again on the 12th for that same small hand? Because we must have seen traces of treatment on Mohbad by that pharmacist. The nurse must have found out that, okay, there is bandage, Mohbad must have been given tetanus injection and all of that. So if there was no nurse, if there was no pharmacist, when the Jebami, Darosha, and the rider went out 3 a.m., early in the morning, how come they are not interested in looking for a chemist again? How come they are not interested in looking for a nurse to bring a nurse down? Because what made them to rush out 3 a.m., that means whatever it is, that thing will be getting worse. It will subside because he has not received any medical attention. If the nurse came in at that 3 a.m., maybe 4 a.m. or 5 a.m., when they returned back, that pharmacist must have treated Mohbad and the pain must have subsided. and the person must have dropped some drugs. So for this pain, this is what you should be taking, maybe for 2 days for the hand to heal. So the question, and with what we are seeing, is that they went, they did not come back with the pharmacist. And the question now is this: as the wife, what happened when it was daybreak? Lójúmọmọ 7 a.m. Wá pharmacist yẹn mọ́ títí tó fi dọ̀sán, aago méjì lọ́sàn. Wá pharmacist aago méjì lọ́sàn ọ̀sán, méjì ọ̀sán. Wá pharmacist lọ hospital. Aago mẹ́rin wá ìrọ̀lẹ́ títí tílẹ̀ fi ṣú, tí Mohbad tún fi sùn pẹ̀lú ọwọ́ yẹn mọ́jú. Wá pharmacist, because ẹ ti ń wá pharmacist láti 3 a.m. on the 11th. This is a serious criminal act here, and we should not allow this to pass. We should not allow this to pass. And now at the end of the day, Mohbad did not get treatment. They didn't take him to hospital. So the Wunmi that is looking for a pharmacist to treat her husband 3 a.m. on the 11th waited till 2 p.m. on the 12th for a nurse she never met before in her life to come and treat the same Mohbad that need medical attention. This is a high-level conspiracy and crime, and it will be a serious shame. The state CID, they've messed up. I want to believe that the FCID will not mess up this case, and as I'm speaking on the top of my voice, this must not be allowed to fly. It is not going to represent what we stand for as a country. This woman would not, she must not escape with this. She must not. She must not. Now, so now all of them in that house, they conspired. Mohbad is so strong. The pain was now continuing. He was losing the blood. He said, no, we want to know that gray area. He can't really care for him. She pharmacist wa lóru yẹn. Tó bá wá lóru yẹn, you cannot tell me she fẹ́ fi overdose. Bóyá ilẹ̀ padà fi overdose by you, because if a pharmacist did show up, that pharmacist must have administered treatment on Mohbad. Normally on a good day, you're supposed to go and take him along. Call about pharmacist for you. Let's assume pé ẹ go. Ẹ dájú pharmacist lè fẹ́ kó ṣàwà. Life of Mohbad entorai and tó ti kú. At the end of the day, ẹ wá gbé pharmacist yẹn wá. Ìkànnù ẹni kẹfọ ọmú. Ṣé ní aago mẹ́ta òru yẹn Wunmi? Ṣé pharmacist yẹn wá? Tí pharmacist bá wá, ó kẹ́ tó máa tẹ̀lé yín bọ̀ lóru. Because it is midnight, the pharmacist will ask, what is the condition? And the pharmacist will say, why are you doing this? You have a car. You did not take the person inside the car. You are now risking your life, looking for, because the time you came here, before I pack my medicine, follow you down, is a whole lot of stress. And you know, something could have happened. You should have brought the person along. They didn't go look for any pharmacist to save Mohbad. They needed to go and look for things to stop and package wherever the bleeding and stuff were coming down from. Nígbà tí àṣírí gbogbo fídíò yẹn bá máa jáde, tí àṣírí gbogbo yẹn bá máa ń tà, ẹ ṣáà máa ba ìlú Nigeria jẹ́, because Nigerians will take to the street and they will vent the anger against whoever has been aiding the murder of Mohbad. We know who have been doing that. We know this. Ẹ má kó bá orílẹ̀-èdè Nigeria yìí. Ẹ̀mí ń sọ tèmi o. Because this old nonsense, tí rọ́bà fi style lọ fún ọdún, reverse ìdè tó máa padà ṣe kíni, tó máa padà bá, but at what cost? Bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni life Mohbad ò wá níyì tó. You have a car, you have able-bodied men, even if he doesn't like hospital, what pharmacist is not is not an hospital. You can only sit in front of the car in front of the pharmacist. Or anyway, the office the pharmacist and call them a treat him. So to buy hate, to buy Mohbad like hospital, show it or not, come no. You keep bringing up disgusting stories to make Nigerians and adults to look stupid because there are some people that are protecting you and saying that they are above the law and you are above the law. I can tell you for free that will not, it won't fly. Okay, law. We want to know, if the pharmacist came around, the pharmacist must have come with not only gauze bandage, tetanus injection, plaster. And if that has been done, administered on Mohbad, because Yomi is confirming here that they went out. If they had come back with a pharmacist, including painkiller, that means in the next 5 days, any attempt to give Mohbad another injection or anything is overdose. For which injury, Papago? Now we want to know. She won't padawa. Adura must tell us. Look at what Wunmi said here. Did the pharmacist follow them down? So now, as your own elder brother, pharmacist won't padawa, and he was in pain. Again, so you can't even back your brother. You must tell us whether you saw a nurse come to treat Mohbad at 3 a.m. You must tell us. You are accessory after the fact. It's one of the reasons why your mother and your father were playing also around the Jack Shan Lori case, Lori homicide case, thinking that they are the constitution and they can always toss the police and the justice system the way they like. I'm telling you, and you call it in Nigeria. And the law is sacrosanct. You have to tell us. Wunmi saw, yes, 3 people rushed out. Darosha, DJ Bami, and the rider. You have to tell us. I want DJ Bami here, Darosha, at the rider here. She won't move pharmacist padawa. The CCTV will tell us. She padawa. To a job more. But CCTV no le Mohbad ṣiṣẹ́. Show padawa as a J. You are his brother. You want to take over his immortalization. You must tell us and tell the whole world and tell the police. She padawa. Nigerian police, FCID. You have to ask. He must admit to a serious statement. The judge must see it. Show pada. Now, see, kuba pada. Ntomu oto rush Jade lago mẹ́ta. Ntole mu oko rush Jade. So kilo wa ṣẹlẹ̀ ẹ ká azu pé nurse pharmacist ó padà wá. Ntẹ̀yin mẹ́ta didi gbé mọ́tò tẹ rush tẹ tú mọ́tò ṣe kò ń ṣe pé bóyá àgbà tí kò ṣe pé kárí kò wà important kò serious. Nígbà tí driver yẹn lóhun ò lè mọ́tò epo nu mọ́tò tó ń lè fi ṣe gbogbo limo yẹn. Ẹ fi report ẹ ṣe nǹkan sára mọ́tò Mohbad ẹ rọ lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ rọ padà. Tẹ ṣe adúrú wàhálà yẹn lọ fún padà. Ṣé gbé nurse wá àbí gbé pharmacist padà wá. Now if tẹ́ bá wá gbé pharmacist padà, if you did not come back with a pharmacist when it was daybreak, was the pain and bleeding, was it stopping or was it even getting worse on Monday? If there is no way it would have subsided because no treatment was administered, because we don't know whether if you did not bring the nurse or the pharmacist, that means the pain would have been, it will be an excruciating pain. Now on Monday as early as 7 a.m. which pharmacist did you guys go and look for again? Or you don't need the pharmacist again? Suddenly you guys don't need the pharmacist again. So if you now don't need the pharmacist again, 7 a.m., 10 a.m., 12 noon, 2 p.m., 4 p.m., 6 p.m., 8 p.m., 10 p.m., throughout the night of 11th, you did not need the pharmacist again. Then, what happened? Why are you now waiting for a nurse that is coming from Cotonou? In the morning of 12, 3 a.m. on the 12th, 5 a.m. on the 12th, 7 a.m. on the 12th, need the pharmacist, need the nurse. 9 a.m. on the 12th, need the pharmacist, need the nurse. 12 noon on the 12th, need the pharmacist, need the nurse. 2 p.m., need the pharmacist, need the nurse. Until 2:30, when a nurse coming from Cotonou now surfaced. And that same nurse now brought some injections. You don't know the source of the injection. You don't even know the nurse. Hadura o rí nurse yẹn rí. Wunmi Cynthia Adebanjo o rí nurse yẹn rí. O mọ lé ẹ̀, o mọ bí tó ti ṣe. Kò treat Mohbad rí. So the nurse now brought some injections. And then within 10 minutes or 15 minutes, she went into the syringe, brought out the syringe in your face. You're not even there to check whether it was a new injection or some substance, liquid substance, were extracted and inserted into your husband's body. And within 15-20 minutes, he began to have goosebumps, began to vomit, his heart began to burn, and then while the same Oloriburuku nurse, the same pharmacist that you people were looking for, the same pharmacist you people were looking for 2 days before, because if you had seen the pharmacist in 3 a.m., now in daytime, the same pharmacist is where you want. You don't always take Mohbad to Calvary. Mohbad yẹn wúwo jù. Mo rí pé Mohbad yẹn ó ti di. Ó ṣe é gbé náà kò ṣe é gbé. Ṣé Mohbad ṣe é gbé náà kò ṣe é gbé. Kò ṣe é gbé ẹ lè rí gbé. Ṣùgbọ́n bá tó ti kú ẹ padà rí gbé. Ṣùgbọ́n for you to save his life kò ń ṣe é gbé ní time yẹn. Now when the nurse injected whatever substance that you don't know, or injected somebody Mohbad, the nurse did not carry Mohbad. None of you, the wife, did not carry Mohbad and follow the nurse. You allowed the nurse to kokoshe wolimolo. You were now looking at Mohbad. Pele, nurse yembo. Pele, báwo she share. And suddenly, you guys now realize that it is no longer something that you can cope. You now went to go and look for the neighbor. And then the neighbor now revived everything back and now pack it. The nurse now came that time. You now called the nurse. And the nurse rushed back and saw them when they were putting Mohbad inside the vehicle. Now you now know the road to hospital there. The same hospital, the 2 hospitals that I went to, they said, you never brought the young boy, you never brought him alive. You brought him as a dead person. What a lot of people don't understand is that when you are in a marriage or relationship, both sex have that duty and responsibility on one another. While Mohbad has got the role and responsibility to take care of you to the best of his ability, not to show that he doesn't care about your life, it's the same way you, the wife, has got on your husband. It is a legal, legitimate responsibility that either spouse must be able to do. And I can tell you for free, on my honor, the nurse was only brought in to come and play the role of a fallen person. And the nurse is actually a terrible criminal and she must pay. She will pay for the crime she committed. There was never a nurse on the 12th of September. And all this story, all this package, Adura is aware, Darusha is aware, all the family members are aware. They all choose to deceive the public. And you look for how to package your story and you placed it on whoever you want to place it on, including those that have been good to Mohbad. Those people that Mohbad hold his own real, genuine gratitude that if there is anything I am enjoying that gave me a change of life, these people were there for me. You picked people that were there from him from beginning pick those people that came in between to change his life, and then because you all don't want to pay for your crime. Machine lobby talking genyo, let loss in the bamboo, I have given you get. And that's why you could say this nonsense and send it to me. I talk with me already. I receive a lot of messages as an activist, as an actor. I'm supporting what you are doing. I don't know. He reminded me, said, I'm the one that I used to support you. I'm one of your fans, supporters during Baba Gesha. This person is my sister. What Connie? I said, who is your sister? I can't remember you talking to me. Then he went back and said, this is me. I've been supporting you. And, you know, this is not my sister. I can't compromise. I can't set up an NGO, do this, and because I want to start Kimagba or Kimagak, this stage you go Kimasa. I don't do it. In spite of all this gaslighting, mentioning my name severally, a normal weakling had to fall from okay, so then I would have backed out, and then they would have said they've won. That Mohbad will never get justice again. Because anything that came direct in this case, want to dead. They thought Mohbad will never get justice. But they are not God. And Jejebi Mojoko, they came over and then they wanted to defraud me with some evidence. Tobatik back 3 million, allow me. You cannot tell me to keep quiet right now, because while I'm pursuing my money, I'll be pursuing the fact that I need to see what they wanted to use to defraud me. And that is where we'll be able to get just, because that case now came to the public. Now the public is now fully involved in the case. That is why, as a matter of fact, we were neck deep into the case. All of them want Saogun, want Shorishi, want go after life for me, want go away. Only koti to time. Justice will come from Mohbad. One more year, got I want to see. I said, Toshi Kojala, 1 more year, got us some Motibobi. Molo Umbashakos. I should pray, I should wait. Told me, Nico, I should pray. Be batting again. Listen to the nonsense.
Most of it said it's not going. And they just had to buy a Kiloman, you know, Paracet Panadol.
You know, now she confirmed that not all the nurses said they're not going. Now, let me take it back.
They not brought it to the house, not to get the pharmacy to come to the house. But most of it said it's not going. And they just had to buy a Kiloman, you know, Paracet Panadol. And spirits with control. They not brought it to the house. That was what that was what they did. And it was that the private driver that took them to the pharmacy.
Now, they bought paracetamol, spirit, and whatever, because the pharmacists were not willing to come. They left in the middle of the night. Now the question is this: in daytime, what happened? Why can't Mohbad go there? What stops Mohbad in going to the pharmacist? What stops the Mohbad going to the pharmacist? Because for whatever that will make 3 men to rush out in the middle of the night, and the only thing they could bring back is Panadol. And at the end of the day, if the pharmacist, if they complain to Mohbad that so thing happen, to buy paracetamol and spirit in Koniyamamua, that means any believe pé paracetamol and spirit yẹn máa gbọ́ nǹkan tẹ́ ṣàlàyé fún. Because there is no way you will tell me, if they give you paracetamol and spirit and they realize that the condition Mohbad is facing, paracetamol and spirit cannot take care of it, most certainly the 3 guys will say, what can we do with this? Kafi paracetamol no, kafi kotiwu no oju eje, kafi fun paracetamol. Are you sure it's going to subside? It's going to do anything? If the guy says, just give him this, so that early in the morning you bring him or I'll come. It is either you bring him, I'll come early in the morning. And if paracetamol would have taken care of it, so the point is, why wait till the second, third day, and then waiting for a nurse that is from Kafansha? This is high level, not just negligence. This is a serious conspiracy and a premeditated crime. They know what they were doing. And as a matter of fact, why hasn't the police gone to visit the pharmacist in because paracetamol at Kinilo Rulagometai? They have to provide the location, that particular person. That person must be able to say, yes, I sold it to them 3 a.m. Because we need to know. They didn't even tell us which of the pharmacists or pharmacists, which of them operate overnight. If the SCID cannot confirm that, it is important that the police should redeem the image of the police. And some people will say, can you please point to us? Pharmacy will lola gometa oruyen. Tetiwara kotiwu. There are paracetamol at his spirit. Any antibiotics. And we want to see that pharmacist. These are total lies.
So whatever, just stop texting Yomi Fabiyi again. Just stop texting me. If you see like, texting, I won't even ask you what I asked you, but I just did because I just needed to know, like, why did you know this kind of person? And this kind of person is doing all of these things to me. Because it also called me that told me like few days ago that, do I know that you know Yomi Fabiyi? I was like, really?
Few days ago.
But imagine not Yomi Fabiyi. How? Where? How? Boy, you know, like, he never called me, never done anything. Like, if we don't take face, okay, no problem. My father-in-law, like me and him were not in good terms. So over that Jimmy, and I know that if he won't have issues with me.
Only Baba Mohbad.
But because that
only Baba Mohbad fẹ́ dájú òun. Kí lẹ́jọ́ púpọ̀. Kí ló wà láàrin tí bàbá ṣe fẹ́ dájú ẹ̀? Why would your father-in-law, who wanted you to have a child, 5 5 months ago, why would he want to dájú you? Because if truly Baba wants you to give him a grandchild and you just give him a grandchild, why would he want to dájú you? Kí lẹ́jọ́ ṣe papọ̀.
Despite everything that I said about that woman towards me and my husband, we choose to accept that woman. Yeah, Timon Jello Baba Karimo wanted to use my husband's death to get fame. And like I don't want it. But I want to Karimo sọ̀rọ̀ mi lójú ọba yẹn. They don't live that. Ní Karimo.
No, gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ tó ń sọ eléyìí tó mẹ́nu bà ìtọ̀rọ̀ Karimo yìí. Kò sí rọ́mbẹ́ o. Ẹni òfó pàdé ẹni àdánù ni o. Kò sí rọ́mbẹ́ o. Ẹ má gbọ́ lọ ọmọ ìyá ni wọ́n o. So ẹ má worry ipa ẹ̀ tó bá sọ pa ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀ ní tó bá sọ òótọ́ ni. Kò sí ready àti I won't process anything Wunmi says about Karimo anything Karimo says about Wunmi ẹ má yiri ẹ̀wọ̀ ẹ má bá òótọ́ ni.
No, first ohun la ma just sùn. Okay, mo ti rí once. The second time tí ma rí Karimo láyé mi ta just ohun kan náà was after my husband demise. And she's been all out there lying to people, spilling things that she doesn't. That Karimo doesn't even know me. Second, don't think that Karimo just knew I gave me 26 years of my life was after my husband demise. She doesn't even know me. She only spoke to my husband once, but you know, people tend to believe whatever.
She only spoke to my husband. Karimo said, she doesn't spoke to my husband, but she only spoke to my husband once. It was when Mohbad was alive. And before Karimo could start saying she spoke to your husband, it was after Mohbad had passed. So if you can confirm she spoke to it, I don't know whether coming
out from community because they believe she's my sister, they believe she knows me well. So all of those people like out there spend whatever they want, they feel like doing. Because the problem. But this Yomi Fabiyi, like the only reason I'm just like kind of shocked about his own issues that like it sounds educated. And I feel like somebody like as he is, he shouldn't.
because I was trying to process everything. Mi ò rí nǹkan tó wà reasonable bẹ́ẹ̀, but kí ni gbogbo ìgbémọ́ra? Ká ní kó lọ jẹ́ physical ní bóyá sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn sì tó tún lọ tó ṣí gbá hàn olúwẹ̀ kọ́ máa yẹ pé àfìgbà tí justice for Mohbad pé kí làwọn justice for Mohbad kan ti tọ́ olúwẹ̀ kọ́ máa pa akọ̀pàwọ̀ justice for Mohbad is gone jàre ọlọ́wẹ̀ kó olúwẹ̀ rírì kúrì ojú tó yẹ kó olúwẹ̀ fi wọ́wọ́ kó fi wọ́ mọ́ olúwẹ̀ kọ́ máa di activist akọ̀dì gbẹ́nu sí ni mo dẹ̀ ọlọ́wọ́ yẹ kárí náà kànga ní tèmi dẹ̀ rí tán náà ń gbé jáde ń jọ sí yẹn ọlọ́wọ́ yẹ kí wọ́n rárí ọlọ́wọ́ ẹni gbogbo àwọn ìgbémọ́ra obìnrin ète
like easily manipulated. Okay, you heard this. Did you try to reach out to me? A lot of people has heard something about most people that people feel that they have me to this because they actually reached out. They heard from my father-in-law and they reached out to me. They don't even know that my father-in-law is fighting me because of Mama. Most people don't even know. They feel like, he's been attacking me because of justice. No, they don't know that he is just being that way because when my husband was alive, it feels like I betrayed him because I was with Mama and
engage live with 184 we are still at 24,000. Engage only that a deal of Nicolonte engage engage the live. Báwa tẹ́ bá engage wọ́n ní ó kàn sọ̀rọ̀ dànù ni wọ́n ti ẹ̀ kọ́ bí ara sí engage. It's either I'm seeing you say either, but I see IDA, so it's either. Engage your life. K101. You go where? Am I go low? Am I engage? Am I power tap?
It's not if I was with Mama. My husband forgive his mother. So what is my own business not to associate with his mother? How is that my business? But a lot of people feel like, because he's out there screaming just I don't have anything to say because there's no way I would talk. Okay, for instance, does it make sense for me to go out there? Okay, when you were talking about me and my husband fought on our way to the house. Does it?
Her Excellency, First Lady, why are then these people covering up this kind of a person at the expense of my husband's government and the reputation of the Ministry of Justice and Police? When they are listening to things like this, how does this look like? This is a clear-cut case of this person has got a serious ass to grin. She has something to say. Not unnecessary leverage. The Justice Society, the human rights community, they can see clearly. Like, what are we going through? Look at all this.
It makes sense to me for me to go and start screaming like this guy. What's the eye to stop? He doesn't even know what he was saying. On our way to the house, what led to our argument was because he was just screaming, saying, "Oh, you came in over time."
Now, she's again confirmed that on their way to the house, they had an argument. Which is sobe, Professor Kweja. But arguments sometimes leads to domestic violence because verbal assault, when you say some certain things to some people, it can aggravate or incite people to violence. Because when you don't choose your words carefully, you can abuse the rights of other people. And that is why it is very important that we choose our words carefully so that you cannot incite people to violence and then come out to say, I didn't do anything to him, he just slapped me, he just hit me. What were you saying? Some words are even stronger than even, some fists. I want to be and that's my only weird. So she's confirmed here again that there was a serious argument between her and Mohbad on their way back home. That alone has been established.
Fine boy, Jack. Why would I leave him and Fine Boy to fight alone? Why would I allow Fine Boy to run away? She meeting be almost 5 months, Danny. Like we had the intention of sleeping in the Rojo that day because I felt just shop mommy.
Now, another lies. We had the intention of sleeping in Ikorodu that day. Is it possible? Pẹ̀lú gbogbo squad yẹn kó jẹ́ pé ẹjọ́ fẹ́ lọ ra ọjà sí ibì kan. And if truly you both had intention of sleeping in Ikorodu, ṣé òru yẹn lẹ ṣe fẹ́ lọ make provision bí tẹ́ fẹ́ lọ sùn? Because mo mọ̀ pé inú ilé bàbá Mohbad yẹn kọ́ lẹ fẹ́ lọ sùn, inú ilé tí wọ́n fi hàn wá yẹn. 2 days after Mohbad died, ibẹ̀ kọ́ lẹ fẹ́ lọ sùn. Mo dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé kò lè jẹ́nu ilé ìyá Mohbad. It must be an hotel. A hotel lẹ fẹ́ lọ sùn. So if there was an intention, Otoroni, light of the world, if there was an intention, Wunmi, I'm putting it to you, if it was an intention to sleep in Ikorodu, certainly Beshe arrive yen ni Omati instructs the driver with maybe 1 or 2 persons Mati teleyin lo wa lo book hotel itefe sun. That is, if it has not been booked, then you will be in the hotel waiting for them, not to still keep that baby throughout the show. To fi di òru te se ton níbi to 12 àbí 1 lóru. Ṣé òru yẹn náà lè ṣe fẹ́ wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí lọ wá bí tẹ́ máa sùn. You are deceiving yourself, Wunmi, and you have no serious parents. Àwọn obìnrin gidi ó rí wọn kọ́ advice. They will act like they care about women and they care about children, but they are deceiving you all. Kò possible kò jẹ́ pé ẹ ti ní intention pé ẹ fẹ́ sùn ó gbowó show tí ó bá tẹ gbowó show ẹ fẹ́ ẹ̀yin tẹ́ fẹ́ ná 5 million fún ya ẹ níjọ́ Monday, that was Sunday. So kò ṣe pé kò sí owó tí Mohbad máa fi gba hotel, and there is no way, if the reason why you took the 5-month-old along with Mohbad was because you wanted to stay in Ikorodu so that you can meet with the mother, she naturally, you would have said, you know, immediately one of the vehicles would have to take you and Liam to hotel Tefelosun. Tí Mohbad bá tiẹ̀ wá ṣe tán táwọn tó kù bá tiẹ̀ ń lọ, wọ́n á já Mohbad lẹ̀, they will take the car back. Meanwhile, well, which car will, okay, tell gbé cab lọlé, but mọ́tò wo lẹ́jọ́ fẹ́ lọ fi ṣe runs pẹ̀lú ìyá Mohbad? Ṣé Mohbad náà ló máa tẹ̀lé lọ máa rajà lóru láàárọ̀ ọjọ́ kejì tó lè fẹ́ ra nǹkan sí ṣọ́ọ̀bù mọ̀ sí ẹ̀? Ṣé Mohbad náà fẹ́ máa tẹ̀lé yín lọ sí gbogbo ọjà tẹ́ ń lọ ni? So where is the intention and where is the preparation for the intention when you have a 5-month-old with you? There is no way you want to say you get to Ikorodu of all places, and on a Sunday of all places, of all time, the weekend, most hotels would have been booked. If you want to really stay till Monday, you would have to book on time, so that not even when you have a 5-month-old. So if there was intention to stay in Ikorodu, and trust me, I know you, whatever to like Faji, you would have loved to say, you know what, when you get to that show, I can't be taking my child might need some medical assistance or any attention. I can't be in the car. They might run moto. They might run Epo because Epo te one by. So certainly, immediately they drop Mohbad at the show, the car, one of the cars would have taken you quietly to the hotel that you guys have reserved. And you must have done the reservation. Worst case scenario, on the morning of that Sunday, a befitting hotel where Mohbad, yourself, and the child will be. And don't forget, at least 1 or 2 persons will still be with Mohbad. Tomawa in the other room. Artists of Mohbad's level would not necessarily book one hotel. They would have said, okay, Bio Ju Digebami, Abi photograph the conway Kodroto, and they would have booked 2 rooms. So here, don't forget that again, you people are already on your way out before Mohbad and Primebomb began to fight. So which hotel are you people going? Hotel Wolewanlo? Abi, what suddenly changed? Because if there was a plan to stay over in Ikorodu, Mohbad at Primeboy Oti Bereja, and Mohbad had already performed. So as at the time he was performing and when he finished performing, that means the plan to stay in Ikorodu is still valid. While you people were in the vehicle waiting for them to clear the road, the plan was still valid. Now tell us, which hotel le book tell us so when you have a 5-month-old with you in Ikorodu, if truly there was a plan to stay over in Ikorodu, or your plan just changed? Yeah, Mohbad wa ni value of Mohbad and for 5 million or to few hours too, then suddenly you don't have a plan again. Because if the plan actually still subsists, naturally at that time, can face on hotel 10 law. So where is the hotel 10 law? What changed? That is a total lie. Because Mohbad mo pe àbúrò Primeboy ní island nbe ó fẹ́ ṣe birthday tí prime boy náà sọ pé òun títorí ẹ̀ wá. So you were just lying. It's a total lie that you were going to be staying in Ikorodu. It is not adding up. You had no intention in staying in Ikorodu. It was a total lie. Total lie. Now let's go on.
The second, which is on Monday. So that was why I even followed them to that show. Because I wanted to go and get, like, what we had plans that, because Ocean is short for mommy. We had plans that we want to go and get stuff for him, for his mom. So we didn't even have the mindset that we're going to sleep on the islands that day. But it was after the thought that I had the prime boy. I was, you know, I'm his wife now. Why would he even fight when I child inside the car? And when I went to the house, he was just screaming because she mama boss the mama so come here. If I don't have a child for him, it would have been better. But she mad boss the mama so pay. Hey, your committee yoni yo. Prime boy, all of them, they were all high, like almost all the guys in that car were.
I want to see Kọ́lọ́n kọ́ ṣọ́ ọkùnrin sí pẹ̀lú dòkúdò náà ni o. Lépo lójú kò sí ní tẹ́lẹ̀ sọ. Gbogbo ètò package yẹn, will I come and say my husband kìíní kan? Kò sí ní tẹ́lẹ̀ ṣe o. Mo kàgbá kó èmi náà fèsì kan lẹ́nu ọjọ́ mẹ́ta. Kọ́lọ́n ṣọ́ wa ni o. Má parọ́ wèrè o. Go on.
We're high. But Mo is one person that doesn't know how to control his anger. You know, Mo, to back to I buy you understand more. Okay, so does it make sense for me to go out there like, my husband said, why tell me no she bound prime boy challenge para from Lobatan lolly? Does it make sense? It makes no sense. I won't stoop solo to try his memory just like his family has done. I won't. No matter what people say to me on this life, in this life, I would never step out there to defend my husband because there's no I would say my own part of the story that won't defame me. Like imagine me saying, oh, we had this argument on our way home because he was telling me that why did I fight Prime Boy? Why did I also fight Prime Boy with him? Does it make sense? The father of my child. It makes no sense. And all the bullshit that they were saying, this is all good, it's all fine. Like it doesn't make sense to start saying this guy was literally cursing me on our way out. I know that all the causes was because it was I. It's because it was I. So it's not possible for me to now
Can you see now? She said Mohbad ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí curse òun ó ń gbé òun ṣépè. That is one of the reasons why a fight has been established.
Me, I don't even have anything to say to all of them. I am now healed. I am fine. Like I am fine and good. Like I have moved past all those things. And my child is also good. That is all that matters to me. If I knew that you're going to reply Yomi Fabiyi, I swear to God, I won't even come to you to talk about these things. Because my message is saying, oh, the mom so big I don't even I really do not give a fuck about whatever. Yeah, if he's only defaming me now, I really don't care about those things. But the fact that he has moved to my baby, called my baby a bastard. The same me that has been ready for a DNA test last 2 years, was ready for DNA. Until October last year, the judge said we can launch a DNA. And it keeps going on like to talk about DNA. It keeps going on like to talk about DNA. Until last October, the judge for the final what is it called? Final this thing that we should go ahead and do the DNA. But this one doesn't want. This one wants to get.
How many you can stone? How can look cut? Am I willing to lay you? Am I will want to see my abracadabra? Me wow. And go on about the sick is as you go in. Where go on? They proceed. Láti lọ ṣe test about the sick. Mo bó ṣe ń lọ. What is that agent want to butter? Baba is physically not available. But the bá retí ganu sí retí DNA. Orí ààrẹ ẹ̀ lọ́mọdé bàbá yẹn wà. Ojú bàbá ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń ṣomi. Kò sí ní tẹ́ bá ẹ máa gba kábù náà bẹ́ẹ̀ ilẹ̀ ganu sí. Ẹ wá.
Ti rí ohun tí a mú wá fún wa lénìí. Ẹ bá wa like, ẹ bá wa share, ẹ bá wa subscribe sí Orí Òjíṣẹ́ TV. Ẹ bá wa tẹ notification bell so that a bá tún mú àwọn àkọ̀tun wá fún wa. Ẹ̀yin lẹ́ ò kọ́kọ́ máa rí. Títí di ìgbà tá ò tún máa pàdé lórí Òjíṣẹ́ TV. Ó dàbọ̀.